Good morning, family. It is 4:55 in the morning right now, and woke up feeling pretty bad. I know it's kind of late for me. Yeah, not feeling too hot today, but I'm definitely just gonna get a video done. Funny enough, today's video I want to make about discipline, so we'll talk a little bit about that later. I'm gonna try and just play it cool. I gotta make some tech packs for my following season for Creature Athletics, so I'm gonna do some stuff here, lay low, and rest up. You know what I'm saying? But I'll talk to you a little bit later. It's actually the next day. I felt pretty bad yesterday, so I ended up sleeping most of the day. So today I'm back on the grind, but taking it slowly, trying to get back to 100%. Like I said earlier, I did want to talk about discipline a little bit. Now, this is a pretty big category as well, and I'm sure a lot of you have heard this, and I'm sure a lot of you have tried to implement this. It's common, I'd say, but the main thing I want to talk about is discipline is not just forcing yourself to do the things that you don't want to do because you know it's good for you. Discipline is almost broken into two different factors. So discipline is, yes, when you wake up at 4 a.m. and you don't want to go on that run, you end up going on the run anyways because you know through the time it's going to benefit you. Now, discipline in that sense turns into habit, which is where you want to be. So through doing these things day after day after day, it's less of the discipline factor of I'm going to do it regardless, and it's more of a habit, which I'm sure you guys know. Once you start a habit, once you get something into a habit, into a routine, it's harder to kick, right? So I think they say, 30 days for a habit to be made or broken. So once the habit is formed, it makes your job a lot easier, and it makes it so that, I wouldn't say easier, I mean, it's more of, it makes it so that it is part of your daily life. So skipping it feels wrong. It's like the gym, right? You go every day. If you skip it one day, it feels off. But the more you skip it, the easier it is to skip. So discipline forms habit, which is where you want to be. Now, I was always told something growing up, which is sacrifice the short-term good for the long-term great. Now, this stuck with me in many senses. And for one, I mean, I'm sure you guys have all had these times where, and for me at least, I was smoking, drinking a lot throughout high school years and a little bit later, and that was something it maybe didn't necessarily hugely negatively affect my output, my work, but I said to myself one day, I said, you know what, I'm doing this stuff all the time, and sure, I can work around it, sure, I can get up groggy or sacrifice the hour at night to be fooling around, but in my head, it's like I had said before, it's that scale factor, right? It's that this is fun, but my goals, how bad do you want each? It's like I had said, some people will clown on you because you're trying hard for something when they just don't have what it takes to put in that work to get where you are headed. So it's, okay, I want my goals, but I also want to fool around, drink, and smoke. And I had said to myself one time, I said, look, I can still, decently have good output while I'm doing these things, but will I let something as stupid as drinking and smoking affect my goals that I want more than anything? And if that answer is no, then what are you doing? I mean, a lot of people can say, sure, it doesn't affect me that much, but if you can gain that slight percent advantage, like I said, it's a numbers game, right? So if you're working at 100% while you're smoking, you're actually working at 90. And the guy who's your competition, he's gonna be working at 100 because he's not doing that. And a lot of people can say, I'm pretty productive while I'm playing video games or whatnot, and I'll just do it for an hour a day. Sure, but if you can get that extra percentage to fill that gap between you and your competition, why not? It's like I said, it's that scale. It's how bad do you want it versus how bad is that short-term fun. Sacrifice the short-term good for the long-term great. Now, I know I missed a day, and I'm going to be going back on schedule starting tomorrow, but discipline, it's more than just the getting up, forcing yourself to do things, which huge part of it, that's the whole beginning of it. And if you can do that, and you can really say each morning, am I doing what is necessary for me to be at that level? Like I said, if you visualize yourself in that ideal position, are you doing all the things that you would do? Be realistic, like I said, if you see yourself being a millionaire, I don't think you'd be spending an hour or two playing video games a day. right? Be realistic with yourself. Do the things that you see yourself doing at that high position, or take someone else, use someone else as an example. But whatever it is, hold yourself responsible. Get up and do the things you don't want to do. Make the habit, and sacrifice the things that aren't going to bring you to where you need to be. Well, I know it's a short video today. I hope it helps somebody out there. Hope you guys have a good rest of your day, and I'll see you tomorrow morning.